was trying to think of an example of what to give, but I can't really think of one right now. Nettie, what do you want? That sounded really weird. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, go. What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video, and I hope you guys like the new background. Okay, so for today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the importance of growth and how important it is to grow, because I feel like not a lot of people understand that, or they just see that as something like unnecessary. I feel like a lot of people are really comfortable where they're at. We can all of us just do way more than we're doing right now. And that's why I wanted to talk about this topic, because I think it's something that is important to talk about. And so something that we have to learn as people is that we have to outgrow some people. Okay, so I bet half of you watching this video right now don't talk to literally like people that you used to talk to in elementary or like middle school, but we all grow. Okay, we're not getting any younger, we're all growing, and we all have to mature and hang out with different people that serve us. Okay, so let's say if let's say you like to do makeup, right? You should hang out with people that are interested in that. Or like, let's say if you want to be a model or anything, literally anything, hang out with people that have the same, like the same things as you. And it's okay to have friends that don't like the same thing as you, but it's important to hang out with people that serve you and are motivating you to do better in life. And even like sports, even in a sport, let's say that's why I like sports, because I feel like in school we get lost into just this crowd, and when you join a sport, you're like hanging out with people that are kind of in your level. And I know a lot of people are gonna think that you're trying to be better than them, because I've had people say that to me, that I act like I'm better than other people. But in reality, I know how it is to struggle. I know how I've been through stuff, I know how it is to not always have the things that I need. And that's why, and a lot of people, when I talk about motivational stuff or things like that, sometimes people will look at me like, what is she talking about? Or like, it's just like, they were like, oh, that sounds like a lot of work, I don't really want to do that. But it's because a lot of those people don't have the same mindset as me. So it's the same thing, that's basically what I'm trying to say, is to hang out with people that have the same likes as you, the same interests as you, because they're kind of going to have the same mindset as you, and they're going to help you. And you can learn a lot about people, okay, and learn a lot from them. So let me give you an example. I like to paint, right? So I would hang out with people that like to paint too, so I can maybe learn a new thing from them, or just stuff like that. Same thing with all the beauty gurus. They're all friends, right? Well, not all of them, but like, they hang out, they go to the similar events, and it's because they all have like that same kind of mindset of wanting to start a makeup line and grow and all that stuff. So yeah, that's one thing to understand, that we have to outgrow some people in our lives, and that we're not always just going to be with the same people all the time. And it's not good to hang out with the same people all the time, because you need to understand and learn from other people and other people's point of views and stuff like that. Okay, and also don't hang out with people that are comfortable where they are. And it's okay to be comfortable where you are, but just not all the time. So hang out with people that are like wanting to be somewhere in life, Don't just be hanging out with people that don't motivate you, like they make you feel like you need to make bad choices, or you always feel like you're making bad choices when you're around that person. Then you should probably not be hanging out with them, because if you're hanging around with a certain group of people, you're literally gonna be part of that group, so people will see you that way. So if I was hanging out with like millionaires or something, people would be like, oh, she's probably a millionaire too, you know, she's hanging out with them. Or if I was hanging out with people that like bowling or something, right? Oh, she likes bowling too, you know what I mean? Same thing with group friends. People that you hang around with, that's how people are gonna see you, and you're gonna turn into them, basically, like the way they are and stuff like that. So yeah, don't be hanging out with people that are comfortable where they are in life. Always try to hang out with people that are motivating you, like I said, and trying to improve in life, you know? Okay. It's important to hang out with people that have the same interests as you. You can't just be the only one with like money or trying to get somewhere in life and stuff like that. So when you hang out with people that don't have the same mindset as you, you usually end up getting used, and I'm talking from like personal experiences, because I've had people, you know, wanting to, like, literally people that I haven't talked to in years, like literally, like I probably knew them in like middle school and stuff, and when I was doing good in life, they were like, hey Noelia, hey, what's up? And I'm like, I haven't talked to you in like forever, hey, what's up? And it's like, you just want to hang out with me because I have something that you want, you know? And that is so annoying. Like, when people see you doing good in life, that's when they want to hang out with you, and I hate that. And that's why I lost a lot of friends. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about: isolation. And an important thing to do when you want to grow is isolate yourself sometimes, because when you isolate yourself, you're away from all the distractions in the world, right? So that's gonna help you realize things and kind of open your eyes and really realize what's going on around you. And it's good and it's important to be aware of the things that are going around you or happening around you. That's why it's important to isolate yourself sometimes. And I lost a lot of friends because I would isolate myself. But that's only because I needed time for myself to start loving myself more, to focus on my goals and myself. Like in the beginning of the year, when friends were like, hey, let's hang out after school, I was like, sorry, I gotta go to work. After work, people would be like, hey, you want to hang out after work? I'm like, sorry, I gotta go to the gym. I was working 2 jobs, and I was going to the gym, and I was going to school at the same time. And people were like, you never have time for me, or like, you never want to hang out, or don't ask Noelia to hang out because she's just gonna say no. And it's like, okay, well, I'm sorry that I can't hang out, but it's because I'm focusing on myself, you know? And, you know, sometimes you lose friends. Honestly, when you're growing, you're gonna lose friends, okay? And that's just something that's gonna happen in life. It's just a matter of time. But yeah. And also, don't look down at other people. I'm not saying, do what makes you happy. And if other people have a problem with that, I don't think you should be hanging out with those people, you know? Do whatever makes you happy. Like, for me, YouTube makes me happy. I love YouTube. I used to have an old YouTube channel when I was younger, and like I said, things didn't really work out, so that whole YouTube thing, I kind of left it behind. It was like 2 years, but that's something that I loved, and I was so nervous to make my YouTube channel by myself because I was like, what are people gonna think, you know, what are people gonna say? But that's what makes me happy, you know? If that's what makes me happy, then I'm gonna keep on doing it, and I'm not gonna care what other people have to say about that. Okay. Oh, and another important thing about growth is handling situations better and believing in yourself and not doubting yourself, because I cannot tell you how many opportunities I lost because I doubted myself, or because I didn't handle situations in a good way. So my mom wanted me to audition for like this commercial thing, and I doubted myself, and I was like, no, you know what, they're never gonna, you know, pick me for the audition and stuff like that. And I got an email saying that like I was good to audition for the for this commercial, and I never checked my emails. And that email just was sitting there. And literally, like, last night I was going through my emails, and my really old emails, and I found that email saying that I made it to the auditions and stuff like that. And I never got to go to I never went to the auditions because I doubted myself, and I thought, you know what, that's never even gonna happen for me, and stuff like that. And the same thing with school. I auditioned for this play for school, right? At the time I couldn't be at the play because I was turning 15. So I had to go to Mexico, and I was in Mexico for like half a month, and it was for my quinceañera and stuff. But that's another opportunity that I lost because I could have been in a play, but I didn't because I had to, you know, I wanted to see my family in Mexico and all that stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And also, for so many years, I've wanted to be like a cheerleader or on a dance team or something. And for so many years, I thought, like, I'm not good enough for that. I don't think I'll ever make it on the team and stuff. And like, literally, I think it was last year, I tried out for cheer, and I was like, you know what, this is the year I'm actually gonna do it. And I didn't make it on the team because my grades, and just because of me, honestly, because at that time in life I was just not focused on, I don't know, I guess I wasn't just focused enough. But I'm not gonna give up on that. I'm gonna try again this year, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, don't doubt yourself because you never know, you know. And it's good and important to be able to handle situations good. I also wanted to talk about long-term happiness. Okay, so we as humans do a lot of things that are just, you know, that make us happy, but just for a little while or just for a little moment. And that shouldn't be our goal at all. We should never, for example, let me give you an example. Say you're trying to lose weight, right? And you've done good, you're exercising, and you're eating healthy and all that stuff, but you want to like eat chips or something or ice cream really bad, and it's like, that's short-term happiness, right? You're gonna be like happy because you finally got to eat that ice cream or you finally got to eat those chips, but what's the long-term effect of that? You're gonna feel like crap. You're gonna be like, man, why did I eat that? Like, my stomach hurts right now, I feel fat, like all this stuff. All this stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, don't fall for short-term happiness. Just try to find long-term happiness. And long-term happiness takes patience and motivation. A lot of motivation and a lot of patience. So if you have those two things, you got it. You got it in the bag. You got this. And that's another thing. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to talk about is, a lot of people aren't lazy. I just think that a lot of people lack motivation. And they just don't know what to do with their lives. And that's another thing. That's why isolating yourself from other people is important. Because a lot of people aren't lazy. They just don't know what to do with their lives. And it's crazy how all these distractions can literally like block our head, or like not make us think about what we want in life. And a lot of people don't know what they want in life. And that's why it's important to isolate yourself and just be in your room for a little bit. And this is a perfect time to do this. We're all in distancing ourselves, and in quarantine or whatever. So this is a perfect time for you to write down your goals, just ask yourself what makes you happy. And don't be putting stuff like, oh, my family makes me happy. Like I said, long-term goals, okay guys? Long-term. That's the key word. Long-term happiness. Long-term happiness, okay? Write that down. So, write down your goals. Like, even like the board that I made, okay? the 2020 board, right, where I put all my goals out in pictures and stuff like that. Do that stuff. And again, you're more likely to like achieve your goals if you write it down and if you see it every single day. I literally have my goals written down in my journal every single day. I write like how I feel or what I'm trying to like achieve and stuff like that. And I have a lot of like podcasts that I like to write down. Like I listen to podcasts and I'll write stuff down. And I like to write down what I'm grateful for, just different things like that. And like the things that I need to learn and all this stuff. But yeah, guys, I would really recommend to have a journal and write down how you feel, because I know a lot of people don't have other people to talk to, so it feels good to write down your feelings sometimes, you know. And that's another thing about growth. You also have to understand yourself and what you want in life, because how are you going to grow if you don't know yourself or love yourself? And self-love is another important thing into growing. When you're little, you're so used to having people do everything for you. So when you grow up, it's like, whoa, I have to do all this stuff for myself. It's important to focus on yourself, and that's why I said isolation is another big thing about growing. And don't be scared to start over. Okay, so that's another thing. Don't give up on yourself, and don't be afraid to start over again, right? My first painting wasn't like the best, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna just give up and say, you know what, I'm not even good at this, I'm not gonna do this. Or same thing with working out. The first day, obviously it's gonna be hard and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I hate this, I can't do this. But it's all about consistency too, being consistent with what you're doing. So something that I did that helps me stay consistent with my goals and everything like that is writing them down, like I said, right? So I did a whole like morning routine and night routine, and I wrote down like the stuff that I need to be doing. So for example, for me, health is so important, like staying fit, and I'm trying to be like more flexible because like I said, I want to be in cheer or in some type of dance team or something. So I put down to stretch at least 10 minutes every single day, and to drink water and all this stuff. So write your stuff down, guys. Write it down. Buy yourself a journal, even paper. Like literally just get some paper, a pen. Everybody has that. Write down your goals and stuff, because that's gonna help you stay consistent with whatever you're trying to do, right? Okay. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about is, okay, so if you guys can see right here, I wrote down it says my goals, and I put my goals, and then I put the plan/act. So I also wrote down what I'm gonna do to achieve these goals. So don't just write down goals and then not have a plan. Okay, so you need to write a plan down on how you're gonna achieve that goal. You can't just write it down. So for example, let me give you another example. So right here it says drink more water, right? That was my goal, to drink more water. And my plan to do that was to keep a big water bottle in my room every day to try to remind me to drink water. And I also wrote it on my morning routine to hydrate right there. It says hydrate. And I keep this water bottle in my room to remind myself, hey, I need to drink at least 2 or 3 of these. And I don't know how much this is, but yeah, that's something that I did that helped me achieve my goal. I drink way more water now that I have this in my room, and that I wrote this down because it reminds me, hey, I need to do this. So I would advise you guys to do that as well. For every single goal that you have, every single goal, write like what you're gonna do to achieve that goal, because it's good to write down your goals. If you don't have a plan, or like you don't know what to do to achieve that goal, it's like it's just gonna be written in a paper, you know? Like you actually gotta do something about it and actually want to do it. Another thing I would suggest is to read books that motivate you, listen to podcasts that motivate you, watch YouTubers that motivate you. Like I said,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. You just can't.
Like this video, and if you guys like motivational videos like this, give this video a thumbs up. Well, even if you don't, give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, I hope you guys like the video and stick to your goals. Comment down below any video ideas that you guys would want me to do, and I'll try my best to make it happen. And pause this video right now and go drink water. Go get a water bottle and okay. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, okay, another thing. Do a video on like how I style my hair. The thing is I don't style my hair, so I need to actually do